Hello and welcome back. I hope you're all well. Now this week is a slightly different video. If you may remember, about a month or so ago I put a video up about an accident that I had in the car. Now luckily at the time I had a dash cam in the car which captured everything and then was able to show that the accident was not my fault in whatsoever, and that got sorted. So that emphasises the importance of having a dash cam in your car. Now the day after that I got an email from a company called Azdome asking me if I would like a dash cam. Now the one that we've got, the internal battery doesn't work on it anymore, so it only works when it's in the car, fitted in the car, and powered up by the car. When you take it off the car, it completely dies. So we did need a new dash cam. So yes, I'd send me the dash cam and then I'll look at it. So this is what they sent me. It's an Azdome M550. It's a 3-camera version, which I'll show you in a second. I'll get all the stuff out of the box and I'll show you what's in there. So in the box, you've got the actual camera, the main camera unit itself, there, which has a magnetic mount. That's the magnetic mount that fits in there, and it's adjustable. It moves around, so that's good. You've got a forward-facing camera, or facing at you camera, which is this small thing here, which actually plugs into the side of the main unit. So it's on. There's a thing that you take away there, and you plug that in there, and that's facing you. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And also there is a camera that fits into the rear, so you've got a rear view as well. Loads of cable on that, so that's going to be enough for there. You get the main power cable. Now, for those that you remember, I had wired the camera into the Cougar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into the Cougar, and then we're going to get another camera for Angela's car, because there is no camera in that car. This is the normal mount that you plug it into, but I'm going to use a hard wiring kit. Interestingly, on this, I've not seen this before, that the cigarette lighter socket has also got a USB on the end of it. Now, you don't often see that. I've never seen that before. So you can actually still use the cigarette lighter socket. There is a couple of mounts. There's a trim tool in the bag as well, which is quite handy, and a couple of mounts for the, these are cable, like self-adhesive cable tie things. And then there is a mounting plate and screws for the rear camera. So let's give you some specs on the camera. SD card as well, which is an Azdome SD card, which is 32GB, which came with it as well. Some basic specs on this, I'm reading it off the instruction manual. The screen at the back is 3.19 inches. Its colour is black. Photo resolution, so you can take photo resolutions in it. It's 2M, 5M, 8M and 2 megapixels, a JPEG format. It records in MP4. So in terms of the cameras, I'm just reading this off here. The front view is 170 degrees. Inside the cabin is 140 degrees of vision, and the rear is 140 degrees. It's got, it can do 4K on the front. So front camera and rear camera 4K at 1080p. Front camera, cabin camera is 2K 1080p, and also you can change it to 2K 440. So it's quite high resolution. Night vision as well. It uses Sony IMX307 image sensor, whatever that is. So it's got Wi-Fi in it as well. So if you want to connect to that, you can connect to it and download the footage. It's got a parking monitor on it and a G sensor, so if somebody hits your car, it'll if you leave it in, it'll trigger that and make sure it starts recording. I always tend to take the camera out when it's not in the car. Heat resistant as well. Yeah, so it's quite a decent spec. There's quite a lot of information on that. I'll put more information in probably the description. What I'll do is I'll put a link, and there will be other links in the description for you to have a look at this camera. It retailed at the moment, so it's a 3-camera dash cam, and it retails at £159. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit it in the car. I'm not going to film that. I'm just going to go and fit it in the car, and then I'll show you what we've done when we've done all that, and then we'll look at some of the footage. Right, so I've got the camera fitted. It was relatively easy. The rear camera, I just managed to get it through the headlining of the car, and you can see the camera is. I'll show you close up in the back there. chucking it down. What we'll do is just go through the main unit itself. Okay, so as I said, I've hardwired it in. I've used the hardwire that we had in before. So we turn the ignition on, the camera comes on. So that's the main unit, and that's the, you know, in, or what they call cabin camera. And as it comes on, I don't know if you can see there, it's got the front camera inside and the rear camera. They're all on one display, which is quite handy. Going through the menu, if you press you have to stop it recording. It's recording at the moment. Stop it recording, and then go through the menu. It's got movie. That's where you can, I think, change the resolution. At the moment, I've got it on 2K. Let's have a look. At the moment, I've got it on 2K, 30 frames per second, front, and rear, I think 30 frames per second. So it's not touch screen. So you got playback mode, park mode, which is your shock sensor, if anything about it. It's it, date and time, Wi-Fi. I've not got that set up at the moment. Watermark. That's basically what you want on the camera in terms of whether you want the time, the date, the GPS stuff, and everything like that. Storage available, language, systems. That goes through all the different menus. So you go through there. Fatigue reminder. I don't know what that's about. It's probably to wake you up. Speed limiter. Beep. I've turned that off because it was beeping every time I pressed it. Screen save. Don't want that. Infrared LED. I think we should have that on. Auto. That's on. That's for night mode. Time zones all set up. Default settings and GPS info. It gives you the GPS info. Okay. The menu on it is quite explanatory. When you put the card in, you have to format the card. It takes up to a 128 gig card. What we'll do is we'll give it a bit of a drive, and then we'll look at some of the footage. But yeah, overall it's okay. I don't think the view, the angle of the view, side to side, 170 degrees at the front, looks okay. It's the depth. It doesn't give as much depth as or height, depth, whatever you call it, as what the next Space does. But it is okay. But let's take it for a run. Let's have a look at the footage and let's see what comes out. Right. It also records the sound, and I've just noticed it's got a lapse on it. The screen goes off, and I don't want that really. So the sound on this might be crap. But let's have a look what the footage looks like, because that's the main thing. So it's quite overcast at the moment, and the weather's not great, but it's all the footage that we want to see. That's the main point of the dash cam, is how clear it is and what it captures. So let's have a drive around and see what it picks up. So from that bit of footage there, looking at the computer, I think it's not, it's quite decent. That actually better than I thought. Not sure about the onboard camera, whether we need that or not, but we'll keep it in for now. Just a few other things. There is obviously GPS, there is an app or a program that you can download, Azdome Player, which I'll try and put a bit of that in at the end and just show you that, and I'll also put some night footage in there as well. So yeah, that's the 3-channel camera from Azdome, the M550. I'll put links in the description below, you can click on that. Yeah, it looks alright. I think it does quite a good job, that. I'm quite impressed with it. Thanks for watching. You take care. Remember, always have a dash cam in. See you soon. Bye bye.